everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining. If you're new, welcome. I suspect everyone is probably new because I'm new here, so thanks for joining me on this journey for the empties and unempties today. So welcome. I think I'll start off with the empties because I think in past weeks I've done it the reverse. So the first thing I have is baked zucchini bread. I think I purchased this from Rose Girls whenever she was doing some of the single scent releases. So I got this and I sort of did my own, chemistry and mixing from time to time when I thought it needed something a little bit extra. So I like it. I don't get typically that cornbread note that some folks get when they smell zucchini bread. Although I can see where they're coming from on that. But yeah, it was good. It was good sort of to mix with other things and kind of play scientist. So I like doing that. So anyway, it was good. The next thing I have is Night Shift. So Night Shift is espresso, French vanilla latte, confetti cake, and toffee butterscotch pretzels plus cookies. So I did this, I think in my open concept, and I think I had like a few cubes left and I just like spilled over into the kitchen with it, and I got really good performance. Like I love this blend. I love the espresso with the French vanilla latte. It kind of gives that extra little sweetness, and then you have the cake and the cookies and the pretzels, and so it's just a really good sort of coffee bakery blend. And like I said, I got good performance from this, sort of typically what you would expect. And yeah, it was good, and I would definitely purchase this again. I really like this one a lot. The next thing I have is Carbs in Cotton Candy Cookie Land. And so this is cookies, donuts, bread, and cotton candy frosting, plus toffee butterscotch pretzels and confetti cake. So it's her carbs, her cookie land with added cotton candy. And then I had a little extra. I think this was like a sample in the same scent, so I just combined that, and I actually have that going in the open concept now, and I can smell it. I'm getting good performance. I put it in first thing this morning. It's now 2 o'clock and I can still smell it. So I think that's good. Yeah, I love her cookie land blend. I love her carbs blend, and when you kind of it's kind of fun to add those other single scents to those sort of popular blends and kind of just see what it does to the blend. So I think that's always a fun thing to do. So yeah, I like this one. Adding the cotton candy really amped it up a little bit. Got that extra sweetness going in there with the carbs blend and the cookie land blend. So yeah, it was a good one. I would definitely repurchase it again. Like I said, I'm getting good performance. So you guys, I was sick of hearing myself talk about this because this was a half pie. This is Choco Mountain, hot cocoa, cup of cake, dunk my donut, and vanilla ice cream. I had been dragging this out for probably close to a month now since I started this channel, and I've been talking about it every week. And I got to the point where I was thinking, I really like this. Should I save it for like next kind of like winter season? But I thought, no, there wasn't that much of it left at that point, and I'm sure it's going to be offered again and I can pick it up again. But yeah, this is just, I won't belabor the point. This is a really good hot cocoa kind of cinnamon with the Dunk My Donut type blend, creamy blend. So yeah, it's a really good performance. Definitely would purchase it again. Okay, I think that's all for Rose Girls. I have just one this week from Teddy Bees. That is Silent Night. And Silent Night is Palo Santo, signature sugar cookies, and beach treats. This one was poured in the June release of last year. So the first day, this was a souffle. So the first day I melted it in my office and got good performance, staying power all day long. And again, this is where I'm at now, my office. It's a smaller bedroom. So I typically get good performance in this space. So yeah, lasted all day. Love this blend with the beach treats and the Palo Santo. I love all of her blends with those two scents. So this was definitely a winner. Definitely repurchase. the second day for the other half of the souffle, I used it in the open concept area. And while I smelled a little bit, it was super, super light. And again, kind of is par for the course in that area. So wouldn't chuck it up to anything with the blend. It's just the space that I was, melting it in. And so again, yeah, really good. Would definitely repurchase. Okay, so that's it from Teddy B's. I also have one solo clam from Scentsy, and this is the Muppets blend. And I can't remember what the scent notes are in this. I know that cherry, it's like a fruity blend, but I think cherry is a prominent scent in this one. And I just melted it in my son's room, so I wasn't like, hanging out in there or anything all day, but I could definitely smell it into the hallway. So it like permeated out of his room into the space. I don't think it was super long lasting, maybe 4 hours, if that, from my recollection. I don't even know if this is still available. I don't know that I would necessarily purchase it again. I just something fun to try. I'm not huge on cherry scents, although I found myself, depending on how they're blended, to like some cherry scents. But it was fine. It was just kind of like a, general fruity type scent, but I think cherry was the prominent note in this one. And, my son doesn't really care what I burn in his room. It's kind of like my husband teases me. He's like, oh, just what a 12-year-old boy wants, a Scentsy warmer in their room, right? But anyway, he thinks it's kind of fun. He doesn't really care. So he just kind of goes with the flow. Okay, what else do I have to share with you guys? Oh, so as I've talked about on this channel before, I do have my own wax shop. So I'm, always testing something and trying to do something different. So I just wanted to go through a couple things on that. So I had a little bit, this is actually available on my shop right now, Second and Spruce, secondandspruce.com, little plug. This one is Cashmere Cozy, it's a brittle that I did. So it's cashmere, cedar, cashmere cream, and marshmallow fireside. And so I just kind of was testing something different, did some brittle. This was is a really, really pretty blend. I got really good performance in the open concept from this. I had some sort of a little bit left that wasn't enough to kind of do another whole bag for the weight that I was selling it for. So I just, kept it for myself and tested it out, or not really tested it. I've tested it in previous iterations, but, just wanted to kind of try something different and burned this, and it's currently available. So it was really, really pretty, really creamy cashmere scent with like a background note of that marshmallow fireside. So that was really, really, really good. And I really like this one a lot. The next one I have is Almost Famous. I think I just currently sold out of this. It was one of my chunky hearts that I had available. This one was raspberry jam, toasted marshmallow, and zucchini bread. And this was so, so good. I got really good staying power on this one. I think I did this one in the living room, dining room, open area, and the kitchen. And it lasted pretty much the entire day from my recollection, because I remember even the next day, like it wasn't like still strong, but like I could still kind of like smell an underlying, kind of scent when I was around the warmer. So good performance the first day and kind of could still a little bit smell it the second day. But it was really good. So I'm definitely going to re-pour this one because I think it's a winner. The other thing I was testing out recently was peach scent. So I know I have some more coming in. I think they might be coming in today. But I wanted to test some peach scents out for an upcoming collection that I have that I'll be talking about in probably a video later this week. But this one was like a peaches and cream kind of scent. It was sort of a light performer in the open concept. So I think I'm going to tweak the blend a little bit to get some more sort of staying power on the peach note, but it's really pretty kind of like peaches and creamy blend. Didn't get any weird notes as peach scents go. It was really a good true to peach scent. So again, I'm just going to play around with the blend a little bit just to get a little bit stronger of a performer. So that's all the Unempties. Or the Empties, excuse me. So the Unempties I have this week is from Rose Girls, Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies. This is again another one of her single scent oils. So yeah, I've been having a little bit of trouble. If you've watched any of my previous videos, there were some other blackberry jam butter cookie blends that I wasn't getting great performance from, which is a shame because like I really love her blackberry jam butter cookie blends. And so same is true for this one. I don't know if like I'm not storing them properly. I'm not double bagging. I don't know if that's an issue or if it's just too old. I feel like some of them are probably a year, maybe a little over a year old. But again, I'm going to kind of try to work through this bag, maybe try it in a tea light, try it in some smaller spaces and see if I can get some better performance. But I really love her blackberry jam butter cookie scent, and as well as the blends that she does with it. So I'm just going to keep giving it a go because I have in the past got really great performance from it. Just again, could be user error. So I'm just going to keep going with it. The other one I have is, I think this was from a Big Kahuna box, if my memory is serving me correctly. So this was Winter Hideaway. It's coriander, cedar, lavender, amber, and vetiver and mint. And so I did this in bedrooms, I believe. Yeah, and when I smell this, I kind of get a little bit of sort of clean, a little, you know, teetering on masculine. Probably from the amber in there. Then there's also lavender, cedar. So it's, if you kind of like those fresh, leaning masculine kind of scents, like freshy masculine, is that a thing? I think you would like this. It's good. I think for me personally, it's good for, you know, a bedroom, probably bathroom. I wouldn't necessarily melt this out in an open, but if you're into fresh scents, I'm more into bakery, although I'm kind of dabbling my toe into some fresh scents lately that I've been enjoying. So yeah, it was a good one. I wouldn't necessarily purchase this one because it's sort of just not in my preference category, but it was good to try. The next one I have is from Sassy Girl, Amityville. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I think it's from a show from what I've seen other people haul this. I don't know the show, so if you do know, feel free to chime in the comments below. But the scents are burnt sugar, whipped cream, sticky sweet cocoa, vanilla, fresh from the oven sugar cookies, and a subtle hint of smoky firewood. I'm really into smoky blends, especially smoky bakery blends. And this is good. I think you get really a nice combination of all of those scents, and not one is kind of pulling forward more than the others to me. It just comes together really beautifully. I got really good performance out of it. Did it in the open concept, so for me that says something. I think I got performance from my recollection for a majority of the day. When it got into like early evening, I don't know that it was, you know, still powering through, but yeah, I got, you know, it met my expectations as far as longevity. I'm not one to get too uptight about that kind of stuff unless it's like an hour and it's done, right? If I get at least 4 hours out of something, 4 to 6 hours, I'm okay with that. So anything beyond that, it's like sort of a bonus for me. But yeah, really nice. If you like smoky bakery blends, I would definitely, if she ever offers this, give this a go. I'm not sure if my memory is serving me correctly, but I think so. I think I've seen before that this is her going to camp scent plus something else. Is it the cookies? Is it something else? I'm not sure, but and again, if you know, feel free to comment below. But this is really, really nice. Definitely would be a repurchase for me if she offers it again. And then the next one I have is from L3. It's peppermint, cotton candy, waffle cone, vanilla, mallow. So I think I mentioned in another video, L3 was one of the first vendors that I tried, and she had something called Escape Room, and I can't remember what all the scent notes are to that blend, but it was a peppermint blend, and it was peppermint and some creamy vanilla blend, bakery or otherwise, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but I loved it. And so I went back on the site trying to get another loaf of it, and this was the closest thing that I could find at the time. So I got it, and now again, I think I started purchasing vendor wax in late 2021, so like say fall time 2021. So I know I've had this probably pretty long. I've been doing it in this room, and it's just, again, a small bedroom. Performance was just, I would say, medium or high, like medium-ish, like low medium. So it could be the age of it. That's what I'm suspecting, because I have had this the longest. But yeah, I mean, it's still pretty, still could smell it, still got, at least, 4 to 6 hours out of it. Probably more like 4 hours actually. So yeah, I was, again, I'm like not too hard to please in that regard, unless it's something like, something will last an hour and it's done. Otherwise I'm okay with it. So yeah, I got, standard performance out of this one, and I would probably look for escape room first, but if it wasn't available, would I purchase this one again? Sure. So other than that, I just wanted to, as I mentioned, like sort of run a couple questions by you guys just for some thoughts and feedback in the comments. So as I mentioned, I have my own wax shop. We just launched in late November with Small Business Saturday was the first collection that we did, like a winter collection. We currently have sort of our Valentine, if you want to call it that, collection up. So what I'm anticipating is, we'll fill the waters as we kind of navigate. But I think what I'll do is probably do a seasonal release, a bigger like seasonal release. But in between those seasons, I thought it would be fun to do some other smaller collections, so maybe like 10 or 12 cents in between the larger releases. But again, we'll see how we go. So I'm going to be releasing this Saturday at, I think, 2 o'clock. It's called the One Collection, and that's sort of, kind of paying homage to Friends, the TV show. So we have a lot of fun scents based on some funny, sayings and themes from that show. So one of the things that we're going to have, should I bring it in here? And again, I'll do a more formal sneak peek of this later in the week, but we have a central perk shape, which is kind of cute. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 2 shapes. You can kind of see the thickness. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 2 in a bag or 1 in a bag. I need to weigh it and see what the ounces are to see what makes sense. But then I also got some really fun sort of like coffee bean shapes. They're like little, but I thought I would put some of, at least 1 or 2 of these in a bag with some of the coffee bean little beans in their shapes. So those will be kind of fun. And this one is espresso. The espresso oil that I'm using, I just love it. I think it's so nice, so smooth, not skunky, really, really pretty. It is strong, so I'm still sort of figuring out like how to, because like this one, it was a sample, and I toned down the coffee a little bit in this one because the initial pour, it was really overpowering the other scents. So the other blends that I have with this one is almond croissant and what's the other blend? Oh, cinnamon sugar donuts. So with the espresso. So I love coffee with cinnamon, with the almond croissant. So I kind of, reformulated that a little bit just to kind of have a more even balance. I mean, the coffee is still strong, but so those other notes can sort of, shine as well. So we'll have this. It's just like a little sneak peek. And then I do have clams available, and that's what I've been doing is clams and shapes primarily. But I did test also some cubes. So let me just pull one out just to show you guys. So I'm thinking about starting to do some bags, and maybe I'll do it with this collection. As you can kind of see like the size. So they're just like cubes. And I was thinking about doing some bags with the cubes in it. So instead of a clam, I mean, I can still do clams, but also just the squares. You can kind of see the thickness. So I was thinking, maybe do 6, maybe do 12. I'll weigh them out and see what makes the most sense. So if someone, like if a clamshell, 1 clam isn't large enough for someone, maybe they'd be interested in like, I do 12 or something of the squares in a bag. So I was thinking about doing that as well. So let me know what you think about that. And then also I have some mini loaf pans, like the 6-ounce size, coming in the mail today. Actually, I think they'll be here today. So I'm thinking about pouring some scents with those. Again, because we're new, I don't want to go heavy on big loaves and big quantities because, we're not a very well-known shop. We're just new getting out there. And so I'm just going to kind of try to, do some different things, but kind of dip my toe in it a little bit and just see how things work, what people like, that sort of thing. So if you have any thoughts or ideas about that, what kind of formats of wax do you like the best? Is it clamshells? Do you like shapes? Do you like loaves and souffles or mini loaves, things like that? Let me know. I'd be interested to hear what everyone's thoughts and ideas are. So with that, that is all I have for you today. I hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend. I guess it's not the weekend. It'll be Monday by the time I'm posting this. So great rest of your week, I guess. And I will see you all next weekend. No, actually, that's a lie. That's a lie. I will see you later this week because I'm going to post something about the new release if anyone's interested in that. And otherwise, I will see you all in a few days. Thanks everyone. Have a great first half of your week. I'll say that. Take care. See you soon.